And we finally got some updates on those Marlin ISD bonds. Prop A, which would fund upgrades to school security and new construction, passed easily with 89% in favor for it. And the other ticket, Prop B, however, barely passing, but it does pass with 55% of the vote. This one approves funding for construction at Legion Football Field. And the biggest races on Tuesday's ballots weren't much of a contest here in Texas. Republicans kept control of the governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general seats. Incumbent Greg Abbott got 55% of the vote. That's 10 points more than his biggest challenger, Beto O'Rourke there. The spread between the two was about 1 million votes after they were all counted. Abbott's win for governor carried into the race for lieutenant governor, where Dan Patrick beat Mike Collier in a rematch of 2018 with 54% of the vote. And then it was supposed to be the tightest race for top Republicans. Ken Paxton pretty easily beat Democrat Rochelle Garza with 53% of the vote. Now, voter turnout locally was down as compared to the last midterm election, as I referenced, in 2018. At the same time, both McLennan and Bell counties had a huge increase in registered voters. Early on, election officials thought turnout would be good because of the increase, and also people seemed to be politically motivated and enthused to vote. Well, 6 News anchor Bailey Bates is live in studio tonight to break down the numbers and supply a possible reason why numbers were down. Bailey, this didn't shake out like we thought.
Yeah, Chris, the numbers we have showing are only 100% of precincts that are reporting, but all the results are still unofficial. In this year's primary, Bell County had 87,885 total ballots cast. That includes early voting, absentee, and the day of Election Day. That's only 38.5% of total registered voters in Bell County. In the 2018 midterm elections, Bell County had 86,516 ballots cast. That's about 1,000 less than what we saw this year, but there were tens of thousands more registered voters. Voter turnout was considered impressive in other parts of the state and/or country. So what happened in Central Texas? Pat Plavin, a political science professor at Baylor University, says it could be because Americans are politically exhausted with how many elections we have.
I think voter apathy was part of it. It could also be that 2018 was just a particularly sort of high mobilization year. With President Trump in the White House, folks turning out to express their approval or disapproval of that. But I think even if turnout's maybe down a bit in 2022.
Tonight at 10, Flavin will share some of his biggest takeaways from this year's midterm elections and what Central Texans can expect in the coming days. We'll also run more voting turnout numbers from McLennan County and also take a look at the country overall. Chris?
Yeah, I get what he's saying, Bailey, if we feel like we're having too many elections, but those people should move to Israel. I mean, they're having an election every week practically over there, so it's all relative, I guess. Now, we've got a lot more results from yesterday posted to our website. The easiest way to get there is to text the word results. Okay, so we've added this, results, to 254-777-6000, and we'll send you the link, and you'll have them. Boom, right to you.